Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, February 10th. And we are looking at Window Traders Market Profile of SPY IWMN Triple Qs. And if you didn't think short-term traders can rip a market around, we had a $10.51 range, but we really traded about $16 worth today. From the opening drive up, $6, $7, and then from C's high to today's low, $10 to the downside. Just utterly amazing as you ripped apart shorts early in the day. Then you took apart longs from E, F, and G. And the market now continued to push and push and push. So the market, for my money's worth, went home short tonight. We took back a lot from February 8th as we took back the afternoon pullback low. We took back the trend day. We do end in the upper distribution. And for now, we close above the 20-day moving average by about $1. Missed a long play down there of not a big size, but I tried to get a 20 lot once the single prints filled, and the way it rallied would have made probably close to $1 on them in a quick, pretty short time. Not a lot of trading today, not an easy day today. Did I expect an inventory adjustment in A period? Of course. The way they pushed the market down prior to the opening, right to the gap fill, and the way we were teasing and playing against the price probe from the 8th, you knew that they were just trying to get shorts in the hole. However, when we opened, did I expect it to drive straight up in A period, $4.50 almost, and continue in B and C? No. I told the room I would take a small long against that, but by the time it opened and started going, the way they spread these options, that went off the table, and I certainly didn't think we were going to get this kind of movement, so I wasn't going to chase. What I did do, and I got fortunate, I took a short play, small on the way up towards the gap fill, and then I took a 50 lot right around A's low before we filled the gap, and it backed off enough where I lost on the first 15 I had on, 3 lots of 5, but made decent on the 50. So I went, was a winner on that trade. C period. I took a short against yesterday's high. I'm like, are we really going to go out and take out yesterday's high and get an outside day up so quick? I didn't think so. So I took a short, 460 puts, that worked. And by the way, I just realized Russell went from a possibility of an outside day up, they end with an outside day down. Didn't even realize that. As Russell took out the day's low early, the day's high early, and closes below the day's low. Unbelievable. Poor Russell, as they continue to have problems. D period. Now, I took a long, so things changed dramatically. We had lower value to start and a large gap. They fill the gap. Value goes from lower to overlapping to lower. It actually went unchanged at one point. So when in D period, as we were pushing a little low, I was taking longs. Nothing big, and I did okay on them. Now, I really thought the POC was 7 for 7 wide. Value was unchanged. I thought the odds of testing today's low were very slim. Now, I don't use news as a reason. You always hear me that. The only thing I do say is the Fed, right? The Fed has a huge influence. Now, it's generally Powell that opens his mouth. Because like today, right, the CPI, well, we gap lower $4, and then we closed the gap. Well, nothing changed on the CPI, so why did we rally? But when Bullard opened his mouth, and it wasn't so much the fact that he's looking for a 50-point basis in March or anything like that, but he made the comment that they want the ability to raise rates even outside their regularly scheduled meetings. Now, that's a new wrinkle, and it set the algos into a tizzy. And from that point on, should have been looking for shorts. I actually took a small long in G, which I lost on, nothing big, because it flushed out. I didn't know what had come out first. I thought, well, maybe we're getting an afternoon pullback, just some weak longs, because E, F, and G were going up, but getting nothing for it. But then it flushed, took it off. Believe it or not, I lost the money on a short in I. We were getting back to the open, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to short this. see if we stay below the opening and the overnight low. We get above it, I take it off. Well, obviously, I should have been looking for shorts all afternoon because J was a little head fake above I, and that was it. Every push up was met by a push down. And then in M period, believe it or not, I scalped longs a couple of times, small, that I made money on. And when we got to the visual level of the single print fill, I was trying to take a 20 lot, which would have paid me very nicely, but I didn't get it. So, destinations for tomorrow. Far and wide apart again, my friends, is a vacuum. Upside, we're going to use L's low as the price probe, the base of it, 449.12. Then we don't have anything to the afternoon rally high in G of 456.54. We were only 7 wide, right? I like 9 or better. Then above that, we don't have anything to today's high of 457.71. So we now have a bunch of highs between 457.71 and 459.96. We have 6 highs within $2.25 of each other. Is that going to become a magnet at some point? Probably, but we'll see. For the downside, we have today's low of 447.20. 445.22 daily low, 443.83 daily low. 440 single prints, 443.82 to 36 on January 31st. 443.28 lowest accepted price from the same date. And 439.81 weekly low. Please write that down. I'm not repeating these tomorrow morning. Now, before I get to the chart, now this is something I don't really look at a lot, but one of the fellows in my room and another person who follows Dalton, a lot of times on a day like today, even though we didn't have a trend day, Dalton will separate the two profiles. And for good reason. A through G's high was what? A P shape. This was short covering from everybody last night and this morning, covering shorts and momentum buying. And then what did this afternoon turn into? A B shape. So all the longs, the FOMO longs who got in along with the shorts covering, got out. And of course, shorts pushed down and we turn into a B shape for long liquidation. Now, right now, all this is a 2-day balance. Let's get to that. Okay. I'm only going to show you the daily. Remember I said markets don't go bull bear. We were in balance for 4 days. We went bull. This does not mean we went bear today. This means we just came into a 2-day balance. That's exactly what this is. Okay? So if we trade inside of today's range, we're still balanced. If we take it out to the downside, I would go down then on the daily. Now, a lot of people might stay still balanced if we stay inside of this day's range, the 443.83 low. Again, it's all subjective. There's no right or wrong, okay? But for now, it's a 2-day balance. It's pretty large, rounded out, 458 to 447. It's an 11-day balance for 2 days. Now, here's something of a concern for buyers. We keep going over this. Here's the all-time high. There's the next high. There's that high. We never got above it yesterday or today. We attempted to. We got close, but we didn't. So what else do we have up here? Got a triple top right now, don't we? Remember I said there's 6 highs very close to each other? Here's 3 of them. Here's 4, 5, and 6. So, we're only dealing with short-term traders. This doesn't mean the end of the world just happened today. I'm not saying we're not going to take out today's low and go lower. Of course we can. And test the 200 and then get into this balance. Of course we can. But considering what we just saw today, the erratic trading, the viciousness of what they can do, I wouldn't be surprised either at some point we go up and rip through this triple top and these 3 highs. But even if it doesn't happen soon, at some point you'll see it. At some point. I don't know when. Look, I've been waiting for this forever. We have a quadruple bottom at 180. You might laugh, but we'll get that at one day. Now, am I taking shorts thinking we're going to get it? Of course not. Right? Let's not be silly. I'm just showing you the big picture, even though we're day traders. I'm just showing you the big picture. We'll get this one day. I might not be trading anymore at that point, but we'll get it. And the same goes for today. We might not get this triple top tomorrow, next year, whoever, but we'll get it at some point. So the bottom line is 2-day balance. We come out of it to the upside. You're going to set off firecrackers. You come out of it to the downside. We're going to get now below. Look, we got above this trend line yesterday and and this morning, and we're below it again. So now we'll see if we test this trend line and get the 200-day moving average. Again, I really appreciate the likes and subscribing. Thanks to all the new followers. I hope you enjoy what you see. Come check us out at CamelbackTrading.org. We are live streaming the market profile all day while giving running commentary on what we believe the market is attempting to do. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.